Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is April 30th, and this is your aftermarket update. All right, so we had a very nice one-and-done trade here on the CL today. You can take a look at the price ladders here. You see the 2250 at the top left-hand corner of your screen. It was a one-and-done trade. You'll be able to see this trade in just a few minutes as we show you this trade of the day. What I want to do is show you why and how we got into it. This is a 30-minute chart, and if you go back and look here, this is all the way back on the 9th of April. We began to kind of push into this zone. You could have brought this box up just a bit higher. You could bring it up to here, bring it up to here, right? We can do that. Anyway, the point is, on this higher time frame chart, you had an area of resistance. Market tried to rally through, came back down, rallied through, came back down, rallied through, came back down. Again, each time it would rally, it was making lower highs and lower lows. So you had a really did have a pretty good looking kind of pattern here, as again it was making lower highs and lower lows until Monday of last week. This is the 22nd, so this is the Monday of last week. And there was an announcement by the White House that countries like India and China, which are major oil consuming countries, were no longer allowed to have a waiver to receive Iranian oil. And so the market rallied aggressively into, this was the 23rd, this was Tuesday. Then again, we made a series of lower highs here during towards the end of the week. And in fact, if you were with us on Friday, you know that we had a $5,000 CL trade on this Friday where we caught the bulk of this move. As we approached the session here today, we knew that area, once we came back down and began to retrace back up, we knew that this area was likely to provide some resistance. Now, it is a 30-minute chart, and it's tough when you're intraday trading to have small stops on a 30-minute chart. So what we then looked to do at that point is we took it from that higher time frame 30-minute chart and began to look here at what we were going to be trying to get accomplished on the smaller 5-minute chart time frame. And so where we will pick up the video is right before the open here today. We were looking to get short here around the top of the box. In fact, rallied back up, pushed back down. We end up getting in at 64. I have a 9-tick original stop that I ultimately moved back to 76, and it missed me, taking me out by a single tick up there at 75 before the market began the process of rolling over. And so what we did is we were able to take this all the way down. In fact, I believe we got out here at around 90. This was your daily structure mid. The market comes down to 77, and we trail stopped out here at 90. So we were in from 3 lots at 64 and 64, and ended up at 63.94, 74 ticks on the day here, and that was our one-and-done trade. So really the concepts that we were looking at here today is we had a higher time frame reason to look to get short, and that was, again, this is something that we had looked at coming into this session this morning. We had this higher time frame reason to get short, and then we had a smaller time frame reason, which is your market maker level, to get short. So you had some confluence together, and then of course the market rolls over for 74 ticks times 3 lots, which brought us to a total of 2250 on the day. So this trade lasted, in fact, you can see up here we got in just before the open, right around 7:45 a.m. and around 9:15. So it's about an hour and a half long trade that we got into. In fact, we were looking deeper here all the way down. In fact, let's look at this real quick. We were looking to come all the way down. Well, what we were really looking to try to come down to is a structure target, but we knew we'd find support around this structure signal, and we also talked about that being settlement and the closing gap. I get shaken out back up here on this pullback. 90, it comes back up here to our market maker level again, and then comes all the way down and bottoms out right at the low of the day, all the way down there around 30. So that would have been nice to be able to hang on to that entire trade. We did not hang on to the entirety of that trade, but we did catch, like I said, we caught 74 ticks times 3 lots. So I'm going to let you watch the trade of the day. I'm going to do like I always do. I'm going to let you see where it is that we get in. I'm going to put some music behind it. We're going to cut it into pieces, speed up the tape. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch a full motion, full length motion picture, right? An hour and a half plus on the trade. But what we'll do is we'll break it up into pieces, put some music behind it, speed it up, and you'll be able to see where we get in. You'll be able to see where we get out, and you'll be able to match up that P&L on the price ladders to what you see here in the trade room as we sit here now. So without further ado, here is that OTG trade of the day. And so I am in short here at 64. This is a trade plan idea. And I am in short at 64. My stop here is 73. 64 is the entry. My stop is 73. I'm not usually in this early.